Alrighty, folks, this is going to be an overview and demo of my Simplex 425130 pull station. So let's take a look. Alrighty, here's the pull station. As you can see, just your regular 4251 style T-bar, very similar to it. This pull station did come with a glass piece, but I removed it due to what happened in the 2099 video. If you want to see that, go watch that video. But basically, this happened, so I don't want that to happen again. But anyways, it did come with glass. So here's the pull station. As you can see, it looks fairly similar to a 4251. The main difference is this whole big thing on the front and obviously the knocker arm. But there are more differences that I'll get to in a minute. So if I lift this up, as you can see, the handle's basically identical. I have a 425120 right here to show you they're basically the same pull station. Only this one's got the whole big glass thing. The Dash 20 doesn't have it. This is a 425120. This is a 425130. There are other differences though. Take a look at the back here. Obviously, there's your switch. Right there, there's an 8819 on it. So I don't know if this is from 1988 or if it's just, that's irrelevant. So also that, which I'll get to in a minute. But 1 and 2 are only used. It's just like a 4251 where 3 and 4 are just blank. So here's the back. It looks identical from the back, except for that. But yeah, basically this is just the break glass version is all this is. If we take a look on the inside, here's where the differences start. I'll show you on the side here. It's got the yellow label, like all Simplex pull stations from this time. It's got the newer handle spring mechanism, and it's got this whole deal up here, which I'll explain in a minute. It's got this little tab which pushes on here, and I'll explain the whole mechanism here in a sec. And as you can see, 425130 instead of 20. UL listed, FM approved, 3 amps, 30 volts. And it's got the yellow label, like the 80s Simplex pull stations have. I'll go ahead and open up my 425120 and show you that. It looks exactly the same, except it's a lot simpler. It does not have none of this mechanism. It actually has those places for it, which I guess I never realized. These 2 screw holes and those tabs hold this on the regular ones, and that is also what this little nub on a 425120 is. It has this little nub up here on top, and it's just blank on this, obviously. 425120. It's actually the same number here and the same number here. All the numbers are the same except the Dash 20 and Dash 30. That's the only thing that's different. So I'm going to lock that up. So, I'm going to explain how the glass mechanism works. So, obviously this does not have a piece of glass in it. If it did have a piece of glass, what would happen is the glass would be inside of this thing. And this whole front thing opens, by the way, and it goes into these two holes and locks there. So, when you break the glass, this whole front comes down, basically, and then you pull the pull station. That's how you pull it. So how the whole mechanism works is when you have a piece of glass in here, this front piece is locked. It will not come down until you break the glass. How that works is the tab that you saw on the back of the pull station right here, this tab, pushes on the back of this rod. As you can see, it can move. And that puts pressure out on this little button thing right here. And this button thing, when it is pushed in, the glass pushes on this. And when this is pushed in, it locks the front. As you can see, when I push this, I cannot get the front off till I release this, and then it allows the front to come down. How that works is it's got two little things on the front of here, these little barbs with a slot cut in them. And this metal piece has two hooks on the bottom of it. I don't know if you can see those. It's got these little hooks that grab the notch. You can see it right there. And then when the button's released, it releases and the front can come down. So, that is how the mechanism works. So when you have glass in here, this front piece does not open. As you can see, if I hold the button down, it's locked there. The purpose of the whole thing coming down like this, and then you pull it, is so that if any residual glass shards are inside here, that you don't cut yourself when you pull it. That's why if it was mounted, the whole front thing would just come off or come down like that. It's also cracked right here. I don't know why, but this particular one is. So you may have seen some of these in certain places that are missing the front piece with the knocker on it. A lot of them either break off or they're taken off to make it into just a 4250-120 or things of that nature. People will a lot of the time either take the front piece off or it breaks off. But obviously I want to leave mine intact. So also, I have the newer version of this pull station, which obviously you can go watch the unboxing of, and that's this. This is the 2099 version. The knocker, as you can see, is basically identical. How this pull station works is the glass piece just rests in here, and fun fact, the glass piece is the same for both of these. So if you have one of the 4251s, you can buy a 2099 glass piece and put it in here. That will work. It's the same glass piece. So this one, you bust the glass and it just falls off, all of it. And then you just pull it. Whereas this one has a whole lot more complicated of a mechanism, and the whole front comes down and stuff like that. I think, personally, that this is a little bit better design. But why I think Simplex shied away from that is because they had to manufacture this whole extra piece and do that metal thing and put all these components in there to make all this work. Whereas all they had to do, let me reset it. All they had to do with the 2099s is make this bigger and add that. Is all they had to do. And it's a lot simpler because the inside of it is literally identical to just a regular 9754. Well, alrighty, folks. I believe that is going to be the end of this video. I'm also going to have another video coming out about this pull station of how to remove the glass without breaking it. So stay tuned for that video. It'll come out here in the next probably week or so. That's dirty. I need to clean this up. And I'm going to do that. But expect a video here in the next week or so explaining how to, because it's easier to do when it's mounted on the wall, of how to remove this piece of glass without breaking it. Because I want to save this one because it says pull handle down, and I don't think you can get those no more. You can only get the plain break glass. So I am going to put, when I break this in a mini system test, I'm going to put one of these in it and break this, and then put the old original one back in it. But anyways, with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.